Welcome back to Good Day Sacramento. I'm Molly Reel, live at Hagen Oaks, hanging out with kind of a bit of a Sac State legend. Now this is Aaron Beverly. He is one of the best golfers in Sac State history, and he recently made his debut on the PGA Tour thanks to someone you may know. His name's Tiger Woods. Let's pull that picture right here. So Aaron recently played at the Genesis Invitational at Riviera. He received the Charlie Sifford exemption. Charlie Sifford was the first black player on the PGA Tour, and so every year a golfer of minority background gets to play on the PGA Tour. This year, Tiger picked you, Aaron.
Yes, ma'am.
And my gosh, what was that like for you?
Yeah, the first kind of reaction to it was just shock. Was kind of expecting it, but at the same time I wasn't. So when I got the phone call and they said you're playing in the Genesis and you got the exemption, I was, taken back and had to gather myself and kind of pinch myself, make sure it was real. And then they said you're going to be doing a press conference sitting next to Tiger, and then my world was just shaking. So it was pretty exciting and definitely a week I'll never forget.
Yeah, I know it was especially special to you. You had lost your father, and the first golf tournament you remember watching was Tiger. You guys watched him win the Masters in 2019. So how did that play into your feelings for this? Yeah,
I mean, it was definitely bittersweet because I know the first person I would have called when I found out the news was my dad, and to not be able to kind of share last week with him, like I said, it's bittersweet, but it's definitely special still because obviously Tiger meant so much to not only myself, but my dad and everybody that kind of looks like us and comes from a minority background. So it's just incredible, honestly, from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, so special. Well, I think we should get to see you at least play a little bit of golf.
Oh,
maybe putting a little bit.
Yeah.
So, everyone wants to know. They tell you, don't meet your heroes, but was it worth? I mean, should you meet Tiger Woods? Was that?
Yeah, I mean, he was really nice and pretty down to earth, which was shocking kind of to me. And I had a bunch of questions that I tried to ask, and he had a bunch of questions that he asked me, and we ended up talking a lot about sports. And he's a big Raiders fan, so we talked about that. And yeah, it was pretty nice. Okay, see, you can't do better than me.
Well, you saw me. We were practicing earlier. I put 2 in the sand trap, so I got all my uglies out. Was there any piece of advice that he gave you that's going to stick with you?
Yeah, he started by saying, "Oh boy, I can't just do 2 things at one time." Yeah, he just said, be yourself and play your game, and don't worry about kind of the outside noise. And at the end of the day, it's just golf. And I'll definitely take that to heart and moving forward, use that.
It's one thing to be in a press conference with Tiger. It's one thing to know the exemption means a lot to him too. You as a golfer mean a lot to him.
Yeah.
Going forward, how will you carry that?
Yeah, on the first tee, actually, when I hit the tee shot and walked over, he goes, "Hey, I just want to let you know I'm proud of you." So to have your hero and your childhood hero that you always looked up to say that he's proud of you, I mean, moving forward, I don't need a lot of people to tell me anything anymore. I got that in my back pocket. So it comes with a lot of responsibility being a member of exemption, and using that, I'm gonna hopefully inspire kids that look like me and come from my background, and just kind of promote golf, and love to see it keep changing and evolving into a sport that represents everybody.
Yeah, well, Aaron, Sacramento is so proud of you, and I know you just made your PGA debut, but I don't think it'll be the last time we'll see you on tour.
That's my plan.
John, I know you're in studio. How cool is that?
So I wanted to ask you, because I read about him, and Tiger Woods was standing on the first tee when he hit his first tee shot to start the tour. What was that like, trying to tee it up with Tiger standing over your shoulder?
So John wants to know, Tiger watched you on your first tee shot. What was that like to have him standing there?
Honestly, I wasn't as nervous as I thought I was going to be. I was more focused on just the tee shot, and my caddy, he was like, "Hey, do you want to hit 3 wood?" I said, "No, I already told Tiger I'm going to hit 2 irons, so I got to stick with it." And it was 6:50 in the morning, so the ball wasn't really going to travel that far. But I was so jacked up, I think my swing speed with 2 irons was like 112, so I just hit it as hard as I could, and luckily I made contact and it got out, just left the fairway, so that was good.
So cool.
Cool. Yeah, definitely bucket list.
Yeah. Check. That's easy for sure.
That's awesome. Oh, good stuff. All right. Thanks, Molly.